Barely 10 days after Israeli soldiers bombed the Holy Family Catholic Church in Gaza, Benjamin Netanyahu, the State of Israel Prime Minister, has said that Israel is now being portrayed as the enemy of Christians, stating that Israel has a thriving Christian community, the only thriving Christian community in the broad radius of the Middle East, where Christians are not tolerated, they're cherished, adding, "You can light Christmas trees in Nazareth. But in Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus, when Israel left and the Palestinian Authority came in, the Christian majority shrank from 80% to under 20%, because there was no more Israel to protect them," though Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu did not mention the bombing of the Catholic Church in Gaza that led to the killing of 3 persons and injuring to several people, including the Parish Priest. It could be recalled that the Israel Defense Forces IDF action against the Christian holy place in Gaza sparked global condemnations, with the head of the Catholic Church, Pope Leo XIV, in a statement on Sunday, July 20, 2025, while speaking after his Angelus prayer, read out the names of those killed in the incident and said, "I appeal to the international community to observe humanitarian law and respect the obligation to protect civilians as well as the prohibition of collective punishment, of indiscriminate use of force and forced displacement of the population." During a church event on Sunday, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, while speaking at the Daystars Together as One event in Jerusalem with Pastor Paula White, leader of the White House Faith Office, said, "Iran is now being projected as the friend of the Americans." Word to word of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's speech as transcribed and made available by the Office of the Israel Prime Minister on Sunday, reads below. Thank you Joni, thank you Daystar, thank you Paula, thank you ambassadors and the many friends of Israel in the Christian world. This is the city and the land where it all began. The Judeo-Christian tradition that promoted the belief in monotheism, a single God, that developed the idea of the sanctity of life, the sanctity of individual life, the idea of freedom. In an ancient world that was swamped with massive slavery to build these ancient empires, the Jewish people came out with the idea that slavery should be limited and ultimately removed. This was revolutionary. The beginning of the idea of freedom began in this land, and that idea spread throughout the centuries and especially in modern times, and changed the world. It gives hope to the world. It gives meaning to our lives. It gives a bond between the world's greatest democracy, the United States of America, and the world's vibrant democracy here in Israel. And that's a partnership that is bonded in faith, in history, in tradition. I had the great privilege of being invited to speak at the joint session of the American Congress. And I look on the wall and I see a quote from Moses. That's our common tradition, our common wellspring. We're immersed in the Bible. We live the Bible. We have a future because we have a past. And that past is shared by millions, hundreds of millions around the world. And I want to thank you on behalf of the people of Israel and the Jewish people.